Yeah. So first thing is we need to acknowledge that even if we are in the city or, living in suburbia, we are still connected with Earth, and nature is still around us, even though it's been, repressed and somewhat wiped out in, various tracks, etc. That, the sky is above us, the earth is beneath us. So it doesn't matter where we are, we can restore that relationship. And it can be as simple as walking outside, looking at the sky, watching the clouds. Pay attention to the sky, the clouds. Notice the birds flying over. Look down at your feet. Feel earth beneath your feet. Now, even if you're in a city, there are trees. Start acknowledging the trees. Everything is sentient. Nature is sentient. It has intelligence. It has consciousness. And in fact, science is revealing this more and more. It's becoming more clearly acknowledged and recognized that all nature, all existence has this sentient intelligence. So there you are in the city. There are parks, there are trees. Acknowledge the tree as you walk past. Now, okay, maybe you don't want to look like a little bit of a new age loony and go up and hug the tree. Or you know what? Just go and lean on it as if you're kind of just taking a moment of a pause. It's not going to look so wacky. Or, just with your heart, acknowledge the tree as you walk past. Take a few moments in your lunch break. Take your shoes off, stand on the grass. Lie on the grass, stare at the sky. It starts with these really small, simple gestures. And what happens is, even with small gestures, you are flooded with so much energy because nature is there for you. Nature is there for us. So when you consciously acknowledge a tree, it acknowledges you. It floods you with energy. You acknowledge the sky, it breathes into you. You acknowledge the earth, it pulses into you. And all of this awakens a deeper, resonant consciousness in the human. Why? Is because although we have been dispossessed of land and nature for eons, most people have been. Most people, that is, we're very, very far away from our native roots. But the truth is, our cells are still vibrating with that genetic information. Our human system still knows and understands all of this information. So even when we begin to make small steps towards nature again, it takes giant steps back to us. And that information wakes up in us. So with even just these little encounters, it seems to wake up an even greater thirst in us. We become so rejuvenated and restored from it that we can't help but feel magnetically drawn in a deeper way to nature. And we want to take care of nature in a deeper way. So even then it could be as simple as planting your own tree or herbs or a garden. Have a relationship with the soil, with the earth, with the sky. And this is what it means to Indigenous people when it's spoken of country. As an Indigenous person, when we say country, my country, we're not talking about the possession of a place, we're talking about relationship of place. Country means I have a relationship with all the trees, with all the grasses, with all the creatures. That's what country means. So the reality is every single one of us is part of country right here, right now. You might live in a city, but that is still country. Start to have a relationship with your country.